last night I was watching Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, some reruns of it on YouTube, and it was a story about a restaurant in New York City that was a lobster house. And I've always been a vegetarian, as you know. So if you aren't into this type of video, you may want to click this one off and just wait till the next one. This one's a tell it like it is, and it just needs to be said. This particular restaurant, Gordon Ramsay came up with an idea to have lobster rama, which was a big tank of live lobsters, and a crane would come down in the water and try and grab a lobster, and if you got it up out of the water, you got to have it, and they'd take it back to the kitchen and throw it in boiling water and then cook it up for you. And I thought to myself, how cruel, how heartless we have become to animals. We just don't care about them. They're just something to play with a crane, and most of the time it would drop the lobster and it would go crashing down. And I thought, how would humans like that kind of treatment? For your last few hours of life, you're played with, and at the end of your life, you get thrown in a vat of boiling water. Think of that. You've been burnt before. Everybody gets burnt once in a while, and you know how incredibly painful that is. Could you imagine being dropped into a vat of hot boiling water? I just can't. And to think that a lobster house kills 20, 30, 40 lobsters a night that way, the chefs think nothing of taking a live lobster and throwing it into a boiling pot of water. That to me is just so cruel and so heartless and mean. Now, a lot of people say, oh, they don't have any feelings. Well, look, it turns out that the nervous system that humans have is the same nervous system that all animals, even down to little bugs, have. So the pain you feel is the pain they feel. So there's no excuse for it. We must start thinking about our planet as something to respect. You know, humans can't even respect themselves. They put most of the tax money of each country goes into the military-industrial complex so they can build machines and weaponry to kill other humans. That's no respect at all for even our own kind. Look what we did in World War II, Germany, where we fried and gassed thousands of Jews and other people that were minorities because of the white race wanting to be the majority race around the planet Earth. That's sickening. We thrive on diversity. Other countries having diversity with other countries and learning from what they do, instead of shooting and killing them and saying that our way is the only way. Over in the Dominican Republic of Congo, unfortunately, we're going to disrespect the wildlife there. Home of one of the biggest old-growth rainforests on the planet next to the Amazon. And we're going to sell it off for oil and gas drilling. And that's going to start this week or next week, selling plots of land so that the Congo can be the next oil boom, and they're going to give up the last hold of the gorillas and the chimps and the chimpanzees that are in that area. They're going to build roads, cut down trees, put in infrastructure, gas pipelines, the whole bit, so they can be part of the oil and gas boom, which is being seen around the world because of the war between Russia and the Ukraine and the taking away of gas pipelines from Russia to the Europe. So they want to become part of it, and they don't care whether they lose the last gorillas, the last chimpanzees, one of the last rainforests in the world. The money is more important. No respect for animals, no respect for heritage sites around the world. It's all about the money, and we just don't seem to care whether we go into the Congo and drill for oil and gas, pollute the area just like they've done in other parts of Africa and the Amazon and around the world. Oil and gas is what we're supposed to be getting away from. We're supposed to be leaving it in the ground We have to learn to respect our fellow animals and ourselves. If we can't even respect ourselves, how are we going to learn to respect the planet and be able to fix what humans have done? I just don't see it coming. I see an endless greed fest for oil and gas money in the Congo, and that's very, very sad. We have all kinds of construction going on outside the building here, so I'm going to keep it short. But just know that we must start respecting our fellow animal and ourselves if we're ever going to get out of this climate hell. And the climate hell is getting worse every single year, year by year. And drilling for oil and gas is not the way out.